My question is this: what the hell, man?
We have a great match coming up next. We have a real fan favorite versus
Since the game decided to produce an error,
you don't want to miss it.
I'm just going to do the last two matches of this current card because they changed the whole card around. This is the only bad thing about 2K18. They have a bad habit of, like, when something goes wrong, that they just change the entire card for no good reason. So we're just going to do the last two matches of this card, because I think that's pretty much where we left off last time. I'm not going to run everybody through that whole card again because that was just ridiculous. Now, it makes me mad sometimes when they do things like this. The crap really has to stop here and now. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it anyway? Man, Big Bull of Branson taking on Madison Stone. Hi, TJ. Yeah, it just like stopped as I'm running. Yeah, part two, Walter, indeed. It stopped running as Letitia was coming to the ring, and then not only did it not save the other matches, it reset the whole card. So different matches have taken place. So this time, thank you, Walter. So this time I'm just running the last two matches. So you get most of the first original card, and then you get the last two of this card. So hopefully this time there'll be no messing around. So Big Bull of Branson versus Madison Storm right now. And I will be right back as soon as everything gets started here. That was a load of crap. I don't know what the hell happened there. Stupidity at its worst. There we go. I will be right back in just a couple of minutes. The heck?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Juneau, Alaska, the Women's World Champion, Alpha Madison Storm.
There is an absolutely big fight feel in the arena tonight for this one.
Yeah, and judging from the vibe here currently, it seems to me like this is the one this sold-out crowd came to see.
Well, when it comes to the women's division, it doesn't get much more exciting than what we have coming up here.
Boy, that's the truth. In fact, you can almost feel the anticipation level swell inside the arena as we get closer to the opening bell.
Alright, I'm back.
And her opponent from Ozone
How's the bowling going there, comrade?
Bulldozer.
As we ready for singles action, Byron, what can you tell us about these two competitors?
Well, I can say that
no, the
both
power
these
didn't go out. The
superstars
game
come
just
into this
decided to
match
be
incredibly
freaky and
hungry to prove
freeze
their dominance here tonight.
and stop
But
running.
As we all know, only one will walk away with their arm raised in victory.
Byron, I think these women may be caught off guard a bit by this stellar crowd reaction they're receiving here.
It was just being stupid,
It seems
man.
like they get one of the biggest reactions each and every week. You'd think they'd be used to it by now.
Now that's a lie. The game, as Comrade and I like to say, derped out, and that was it.
This is great to see.
There's the handshake, the Glow champion,
Mutual respect
Madison
for each
Storm.
other. It's go time, fellas.
And then I decided not to keep the original card. So I changed the whole card, but I'm sparing everybody that kind of distress, and just going to show the last two matches of this card.
There. Watch out. Wow, what a slam. Don't let the beauty fool you. She has power.
Well, this one was a disc error, TJ. It didn't have anything to do with my internet. which was very, very. Was it your game, or was it the internet at your house that did it? Because here it was the game. The game just froze and locked up and derped out, man.
And she slams her back down.
Branson going all the way up to the second turnbuckle.
A few
Huge
inches
splash.
off there.
Madison, get out of the way. So this will be the second time today you see Madison wrestling. Well, you can usually tell if it's the game because the game will put up an error message.
A frightening attack on the jaw.
It'll be a blue screen like on your computer. If it's the game. If it's just the internet, it just stops. Of course it does. Why doesn't it? At this rate, I'm going to end up moving 2K. I'm going to move AWA to 2K19 at this rate.
She's looking at
look at this. Double knees.
Knees right to the gut.
She's in firm.
She's going for the
Madison, the
cover.
Glow champion.
Gets the shoulder up.
Clearly not enough damage done.
She's calling her out.
Madison setting up for the perfect storm.
Look at this.
There it is, the perfect storm.
She got it.
Going for the cover.
She's got the shoulders down.
cover.
I think that kick out surprised everyone.
She saw the opening and got the shoulder up.
Oh, this is dangerous right here.
Oh,
She's
look at
got her in
this.
her sights.
Storm up
She's
on the
thinking
top.
about
Waiting for Branson to get up.
Look at this.
Well, I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be, but it didn't work out as well. Over the top.
No,
There's the
reversal.
kick by Branson. Big Bullet Branson now getting back into the ring. There's the scoop. Not for long.
Counters
Beautiful
that
neck
one.
breaker. Although I can't get too angry because that's the first time in a while that that's happened to me, so.
No, she breaks it.
Wow. She's
I
quite
wish I
the
could just
escape
transfer
artist,
all
Michael.
these wrestlers and stuff over there, but that would
Oh,
mean
she
I'd
has
have
an answer for that
to
one.
remake a new ring.
Man, she's
She counters before
I'd
it's
have to
too
clear
late.
out a good portion of my rosters just to fit
Okay,
people.
now she's just showing off. Big reversal for
Or
her there.
move people from the rosters over there.
And she lands the slam.
She got all of it there.
And I'm pretty happy with what I have
Wow, it
here,
doesn't
although
get
some
much
of these people
closer
are
than
going
that.
up to the main
Just
roster
needs to do
anyway,
more
so it doesn't
damage.
really matter.
She's taking a while to get up here.
I was just
Okay,
thinking the
you do
same
that.
thing, Michael.
Let's not forget tomorrow, I
She might
got
have it.
Outlaw Wrestling tomorrow night. And it is a dual tag
Huge
team title
slam right
match
there. But can
for the
she
European
follow up?
Warriors against Money
She's
Inc.
going for the cover.
2019.
3, no, a kick
They
out
have
just in
two
time.
chances on
Nice
tomorrow
kick
night's
out.
card to get themselves the Outlaw Wrestling Championship.
She comes up big with the reversal.
Although TJ, I may take that advice.
Ill-advised move.
I may get something set up for that just in case. And even if it means
She counters with a move of her own. Uh-oh.
yeah, that very well could happen. Oh no problem, comrade.
And her whole body comes
I have a ton of
slamming
characters
down.
on 2K19, but which character are you
Fighting to get back
referring
to
to
her feet here.
specifically?
She's just taking too long, Cole. She's got to move faster.
I just said that would be ironic, Joe, but you know, you're probably right. I
She's
did curse it.
practically motionless right now, Corey.
And she's probably wondering what she's got herself into. right
Oh,
about
you're asking
now.
me if I have the seer. No, I had the seer up there, but I'll tell you what.
I guess she feels
TJ, I'm
going
gonna do for you what I did for Jake.
Before.
If you want
Just
to
carrying
make
the opposition here.
But you can't
The
carry
advocate.
your opponent all day. You gotta make a move eventually.
move, I guess I can give you. I guess I can give you permission to make the
Reverses that one.
advocate, if you want to make the advocate. Oh,
Look at this amazing
the seer was not
athleticism.
one of my favorite characters. I guess you can make the if you want to make the seer. I guess I can give you permission to make the seer.
Look out!
There's a twisted bliss there, man. Look at
She
that.
can end it here. kick out at the last moment.
Just power out.
Wow, she's going to be tough to beat tonight.
Yeah, she just keeps popping
I
up.
thought it was a typo. I really thought TJ made a typo there. That's why I was like, which character are you referring to specifically?
Saw that one coming.
And then as soon as she said it, I went back and read the other comment, and I'm like, oh, do I have a character? Okay.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
So whichever one you wish to make, the
Not
Seer
so
or the
fast.
Advocate,
She
makes no
breaks
difference
it.
to me.
Yeah, but it's got to just be a matter of time before she gets picked off.
I don't
here.
recall ever giving him a moveset either, or a like a real entrance or anything. I just left him off a show and just put him as a manager.
These superstars wearing the wounds
Hulk definitely
right
needs to
now
get more
of what
wins,
has been
especially if he
an
wants to survive
absolutely thrilling
after
matchup.
Crimson Mania. If he wants to avoid a sweep.
She comes up with a slam.
Wow, she's fought her
Yep,
way
she's
all
working,
the
so
way
I'll let him know
back
you said
here.
hi, Walter. My buddy.
Will this be it? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought that was
Almost
it.
got the 3 count.
what's it
Branson.
going to take?
She's a tough cookie, man. I'd like to... Oh, thank you, TJ. I find that to be an honor.
She's trying to prove a point
Yeah,
here.
sure.
Comes up big with a reversal.
Like I said, either the Advocate or the Seer. Just let me know which one you want to make. Because those are the ones I'm just kind of randomly tossing around at the moment.
You'd have to think hitting the finisher here could end this thing.
Yeah, Whiplash Orama there, let me tell you. These two women.
Not this time.
I've never seen her miss by so much.
Oh, what's Branson going to do? Uh-oh. Nice power
This
bomb
should
right
do it
there.
right there.
I think her hand's under the rope.
2. Well, she's got a tremendous
Maybe not.
amount of resilience, so I think she's got something left here.
She just will not go away.
Oh, and she gets
Beautiful
her with
elbow
the elbow.
drop. I think TJ just wants to see me get ejected. That's what I think.
No, reverses it. They're not dreaming. This snapmare is for real. What a move.
Oh, you could do that's fine.
She wants it one more time.
That's fine. I mean,
That's all she wrote, fellas. Did you hear that thud? God.
I just throw it.
Shoulders down. This could be it. 2.
And there's Madison Storm gets another victory.
Over. It's all over.
A Jabafia version of me or a vaudevillain. Wow, I could not see me as a vaudevillain or a Jabafia member, but yeah, I guess yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Like I said, you could use the Seer name if you like. Why'd I start that bull? Now I started that bull. That was my own fault. I started that one. I opened a big ugly can of worms with that one. Yeah, I can see the Seer like that. Absolutely.
Here is your winner.
All right, Walter. We'll see you Sunday. I'm probably gonna do something tonight too, but I'm probably gonna do something with Nero.
The shoulders are down
I don't know if
for
he's gonna
3,
stream or
and
not,
this
but
one's
I'll
in the
definitely
books.
stream it, man.
There's nothing more pure than picking up a win in a good old-fashioned one-on-one fight.
The crowd here tonight certainly seemed to appreciate
We're doing
the
some
efforts.
GTA with Nero
What a
tonight, hopefully.
great match.
Yeah, that was my own stupid fault. But like I said, I think you just want to see the Seer get ejected again and again and again. That's probably why you want the Seer. But yeah, I'll give you the right to use the Seer name. That's fine. And make him however you like, man. That's up to you.
Don't change that channel. We have singles action.
The only thing you
Coming
really
up
need the
next,
permission for
we
is
have a real
just the
fan
name itself.
favorite versus
Hey,
a
Casey Gold
formidable
versus Quinn
opponent.
Sokoloff. Look at
Let's
this.
do it.
How did that happen? Oh, there you go. Are you going to stream that one, or are you going to just not stream it? Joe's going with Sokoloff for the win. What a nasty scowl she's got on her face, man. That's... why? What the... Let's see... Joe's going with Sokolov. Casey Gold for the win. Oh. Well, if you do, hopefully I'll get the notification so I can watch you do it. Because I like to see people's different interpretations of me. Under one of my many characters, man. I mean, you don't have to. I'm saying if you do, you know, hopefully they'll send me a notification so I can see it, just because I think it'll be funny. Well, you know, I'd give you an opinion whether you streamed it or not. I would still give you an opinion, like the first time I'd see him at ringside. But that choice is completely up to you. So here we go. Oh, here comes Big Quinn Sokolov. Jeez. Now, you know what? I'm sorry. I like Quinn and I like her entrance. That's gotta go. All right, there we go. Here comes Casey Gold.
And her opponent. From
You don't assign him to a show,
Ireland,
and you find the wrestlers you want me to manage, and put me in the manager section.
Level inside this arena right now. Not in the least
Because A, if you assign me to a show, I'll end up wrestling on the show.
For quite some time.
So all you have to do is just find the guys you want me to manage.
Yeah,
Put me as their manager.
Exactly which woman is the most dominant in WWE.
Same here, Michael.
And I will be their manager. And do not assign me to a show.
As it relates to where in the pecking order.
The only problem I find with 2K19 is because you want me to manage a tag team. If they're not in tag team action, 2K19 decides which guy I'm going to manage, because I won't come out for both guys if they're wrestling 2 singles matches. That's the only bad thing.
And these superstars look more than ready to get going.
Or if you set it up as a tag team, you can put me in the managerial section there, and that way I'll be their manager too. So.
This one, guys. And why wouldn't they be? This is going to be great.
Oh, look at this nice backbreaker by Colin. By Quinn. What the hell? Colin? Who the hell is Colin? Wow, throws Casey up the ramp.
Right now. What kind of attack is she going to mount here?
Michael, I like the way she handles herself in there, but she's going to have to attack with a little more ferocity if she's going to win this thing.
That's not going to do it.
That's either sheer
I got one for you.
or complete stupidity, Cole.
I got one for you, TJ. The Syndicate. Nice and easy. Maybe a simple name, but I think it would be effective. Oh, what's going on? Wow, Quinn won that one in no time.
Not like this. This is not how I wanted to see this end.
Well, the Criminally Insane isn't a bad name. Pick whichever one you want. That's completely your choice. I just throw the ideas out there.
Quinn, the Russian gladiator, Sokolov.
The ref had no choice here but to end this one via countout.
Man, I'll tell you, going out like that is a tough pill to swallow.
Guys, it sounds like we can all agree that was an extremely impressive win.
All right. What happened? All right, there. I was going to say, what the hell happened there? Let's take a look at the GTW card. Chances are that's going to change too. So just take a quick peek at the GTW card. Oh my God, really? Are we doing this now? We're going to do this now. Yeah, it's funny. Out of all my managerial names, the only name I seem to care about is the Kriss Krymzon name, quite honestly. I don't really care about the Seer name or the Advocate name, to be honest with you. It's just the Kriss Krymzon name that I hold very true and very well trademarked. Even though technically the Seer and the Advocate fall under the... damn it, under the same umbrella. Stop choking. There we go. Alright, let's see what do we got here. We got Franklin versus Jimmy. Michael versus Tommy. Trevor versus Nico. Sweet versus Big Smoke. And CJ versus Claude. Like I said, this card will more than likely be changed, but it does. Oh, you want to hear the... I didn't tell you the story of this show? I thought I mentioned the story. I may not have, but if you want me to tell you the story, I'll tell you the story. It's actually a funny story. Back years ago when I was managing, I used to manage a guy whose character was a hockey goon, believe it or not. Many years ago I got to manage a guy. Whose character was a hockey goon. His last name was Blue. Surprisingly enough, his last name was Blue. So they wanted me. So where I was training, they wanted me to pick a name. You know, we were just trifling through some names, and of course, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of people call me Raven because I dress in black and whatever else, and because that was a nickname I went by for many, many years. They were going to use the name Raven, but they figured because there's already a Raven in wrestling, that would not be a good idea. Don't want to cause friction. So we were just trying out different names and I had one of my teachers on Facebook. I don't have him there anymore, but I had him on Facebook. And I Facebooked him. I said, I have an idea. Yes, some people call me Alucard too. That was my first gimmick, actually. Yeah, that was my first gimmick when I started. I started as Count Alucard. But I contacted my teacher and I said, you know, I have an idea. I have an idea for a character. You know, because we pretty much came up with a general idea for the character. I was going to be the sports agent, you know, and whatever else that goes along with a sports figure. So we were trying to figure out a name. So I messaged him and said, you know, here's a name that I think would be somewhat original. You know, I mean, why not? And I gave him the Krisskrymzon. I said, and I told him, I said, pronounced Kriss Krymzon. He loved it. Right away, he jumped right on it. And he said, you know, I love it. I love it so much that you should go out and trademark this before Vince gets his hands on it. Because you never know if Vince's people are watching, you know, small shows, you know. You never know where there's going to be a scout or whatever. So I said, sure. Sure enough, I went out, got myself an attorney, registered the name Kriss Krymzon as a trademark. And as a matter of fact, re-upped it a few months ago. So, you know, and that's pretty much how the Kriss Krymzon name came to be. Was because I was managing a hockey player whose last name was Blue. So you have Blue, you have Crimson, there you go. And then after that fizzled out, I had gone to another Fed, and I had my own incorporation. A Crimson Inc. I had a few guys I had gone to a few of the guys I had gone to the wrestling classes with were there, so they kind of paired us all together because, I don't know, for some reason or another, they figured that we were such great friends. They figured we were such great friends that, you know, we could work well together. That and the fact that we worked with each other before. So I said, oh, this is a great idea. Crimson Inc. People brought signs that says Crimson Stinks. Oh, this is all pre-KKWE. Yeah, this is all pre-Kriss Krymzon Wrestling Entertainment. This is before I was doing any of this. I thought it was a great idea, Crimson Inc. People would come out and they think Crimson stinks and whatever else. And you know, I had people planted in the audience with crimes, with signs that say Crimson Inc. out with a blink. My wife would sit in the front row, and I'd be getting in her face. I'd be getting in my parents' face. I would just randomly plant people in various places because they were the people I'd feel comfortable with getting in the faces of, especially considering the areas that we were wrestling in. You know, I just didn't feel comfortable, and it had nothing to do with the people. I just didn't feel comfortable getting in strangers' faces. Except for the first night that I managed, which was kind of hilarious. The first night I managed was really funny. I actually got my big break managing. I managed a guy named the Russian Assassin. Yeah, I was actually involved with independent wrestling. Oh yeah. That's how I got a lot of my knowledge from the business. It is from the business. Oh, I actually have videos of me as a promoter, not so much me as a manager. Me more of a promoter than a manager. I don't know what... I wouldn't know where to find any of my wrestling videos. I mean, I have like one of my own, a video that was taken by a small handycam, but you know, I don't know what happened to it. Actually, I don't even think it was even put up. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if of me managing, I'm not sure if there is any of me managing on my other account. You could check up YouTube Kriss Krymzon, and check it out. I don't know if this one will come up or if another one will come up. But you can look up Kriss Krymzon under YouTube and see. If not, I think you can look under my subscriptions and see if it's there, because I know I had subscribed to that account. It's basically a lot of stuff that I promoted, because I was a promoter as well. I only had one match in my whole career, believe it or not. One match in my whole career. And that was a battle royal, and that was when that was under the count. Yeah, I know Crimson and Company videos are up there as well for my TV show. You can check those out too, which is kind of hilarious to see. I think I got some under this account too, but I'm not sure. But I do have some wrestling videos there. I was in one match my whole career, and it was a battle royal, and I was one of the last guys to be in the battle royal. I was the last one to get eliminated. Figure that one out. That was many years ago. I'd like to go back and do it again. I would love to manage again. Man, I was so close to man. The only champion I have not held, the only champion I have not managed ever was a world champion. Whether it be a Triple Crown champion, a World's Heavyweight champion, a Universal champion, I have not managed a major male champion. I've managed secondary champions, I've managed tag team champions, and I've managed women's champions, but I've never managed a major champion. But yeah, that's basically my story on that one. There are, but I think that's stuff I promoted. But you could, I mean, you could take a look. You can look it up under Kriss Krymzon, or try to find it under my subscriptions. You can check out like the stuff. Yeah, Joe, if you're actually thinking of being, you know, I'm going to be completely serious. If you're actually thinking about being a wrestler, and you go to a wrestling school, because that would be the safest way to do it. The main thing is you can't go in acting like you know anything. That's bottom line truth. You cannot go in and act like you know anything, because if you do, that it's going to plan on beating the living daylights out of you until you give up. Second thing is, don't give up. That's very important. You have to act, see, so in other words, you have to act like you know nothing. So even if you do know something, you can't act like you do, because then they're going to think you're just being a know-it-all smartass and kick the crap out of you. Second thing is, don't give up. It's going to be tough. They will pound you into the mat and into the floor, both physically and mentally. They will do everything they can to break you, to want to quit. That's what they do. They want to make sure that you're actually serious, but they're doing it because they want to make sure you're serious. And, you know, that's simple as, you know, as simple as that. I mean, yes, you can come out here and say, yeah, I'm serious, yeah, I'm very serious about wanting to. Saying it and proving it are two different things. Simply put. I also have dreams of opening my own wrestling academy, wrestling school. Of course, I would have to bring in some people to actually do the training, because I've been away for so long that I really can't train anybody. Like I can't train to do the moves, because I never really learned the moves per se. But you know, get a ring, get a building, start my own wrestling school. But you know, that's that. Now, Joe, I don't know what it's like over there in the European part of the world as far as wrestling goes. They may want you to go to a school first. Like I said, I don't know how they do it there. But over here, they want you to go to a school first and learn things in the school before you become in the ring. And depending on where you go, it could take 6 months to a year before you're actually on a show. It could even take up to 2 years to get on a show. Because I started training through legendary WWE Hall of Famer Killer Kowalski, and his thing was, no matter how good you were, you had to be there a year before you were even thought of being put on a show. It's a good dream to be an ROH and NXT, I'm not going to lie. That's a great dream. But not everybody makes it, and it can be quite the crushing thing. Luke, you have to have a lot of money to be starting an online streaming, to have a streaming service. You do know that, right? I gotta take his ass down. Oh, it is a wrestling. Oh, okay. So it's a school that has its own promotion. Oh, all right. I get. Okay. So it's a school that has its own fed. All right. I get that. I get that. All right. All right. So they may want you to go there. They may want you to go there. I actually didn't think they had those over there, but okay. Well, I guess I'm pleasantly wrong on that one. Yeah. So they may want you to sign up. I don't know what it's going to cost to go. Okay. Yeah, don't be overly depressed or overly hurt if you don't make it, because a lot of guys, they look like they could have the part and they they could do whatever, but it may not be just what they're looking for. But like I said, go to the Czech wrestling promotion. Go there, see what they say, find out what it's going to cost, and make sure they're reputable. Because if they're not reputable, you're not going to learn anything. But, other than that, I mean, I don't know what their rules are, but basically I found that no matter where you go, you just act like you don't know anything and let them teach you from scratch, because that way you get to avoid a lot of heat in the school and whatever else. That will be my opinion on. And of course, like I said, train hard, act like you know nothing, and be wise. Just be wise of what they do. I'm only speaking from experience at this point, so it's what am I doing here? No, but with what you do know, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can ask questions, but don't go in, don't go in saying, yeah, I know everything, I know what to do here and there, because that's just not going to fly with a lot of people. Because they don't want that. Because then you become a mark, and that's not. They kind of frown upon marks. So, I mean, I'm just saying. But like I said, you can ask questions. Just don't go in acting like you're a know-it-all, because that doesn't fly with a lot of people. I'm just wasting time over here looking around. So I've already unlocked everything. So whatever. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, so I think I'm going to get out of here until later on, when I think Nero and I are going to be doing some GTA 5. So hang in there. Remember, don't give up. Don't act like you're a know-it-all. Pay attention to the instructor, and you'll be fine. And don't get discouraged. That's the important thing. Don't get discouraged. When your dream was meant to happen, it will happen. Okay, that's all I can say. If it was meant to happen, it will happen. So, peace out, everybody. See you tonight for GTA 5.